Kwa Atta's heart became consumed with greed after hearing Dapaah's incredible story and seeing the gold. His vision was raised of even acquiring greater wealth. "Keep your gold," said Kwa Atta. His words were full of greed and jealousy. "You have shown me the way I will find those dwarfs and claim a fortune far greater than yours." He dismissed Dapaah's generosity, thinking, if Dapaah could receive such wealth, he can get even more. That very evening, Kwa Atta ventured into the forest, pretending to be lost. He wandered for 3 days, approaching familiar paths but turning back deeper into the woods, feigning confusion and pretending not to know where he was going, determined to find the enchanted tree Dapaah had described. After 3 days, he eventually found the enormous tree. "Whoa, this is incredible," Kwa Atta muttered to himself. He hid close by and waited impatiently for the dwarfs to show up. Soon after, a powerful wind started to blow, indicating the arrival of the dwarfs, who are frequently associated with strong winds. A broom soon came down and started sweeping the floor on its own. Unlike Dapaah, Kwa Atta rushed forward and grabbed the broom, sweeping the clearing himself in the hopes of impressing the dwarfs. His jealousy and greed have gotten him to this magical moment. After he finished sweeping, he was eager to see what happened next. Just like Dapaah has described. Soon, chairs began to fall from the tree and settle on their own arrangement. Without pausing for a second, Kwa Atta hurried to take a seat on one of the exquisite chairs. Kwa Atta is bold enough to disregard the unnatural atmosphere because of his envy and desire to become wealthy quickly. Sitting in one of the enchanted chairs, Kwa Atta observed the dwarfs appear in front of him. His eyes are filled with greed, and he displays no fear when he sees these mystical creatures. As the dwarfs descended and took their places, they all rose to honor their king. Kwa Atta, on the other hand, remained seated without showing any respect. The dwarfs pretended not to notice him and went on with their meeting, showing no visible signs of acknowledging the greedy man among them. They started leaving after the assembly ended. And panic creeps into Kwa Atta's heart, fearing he will miss his chance to become wealthy. He rose to his feet, breaking his silence with a demanding voice. He confronted the dwarf king, accusing him of ignoring the human scent in his midst. "Hey, king of dwarfs, are you leaving? Are you pretending that you can smell a human among you?" "My name is Kwa Atta, and I am a human. You must acknowledge my presence because I reek of the human world," his voice echoing through the forest clearing. His words of desperation and greed shattered the gathering's mystical calm. His audacious outburst reflects not only his deep-seated greed and jealousy, but also his disrespect for the dwarf's customs and dignity. His selfish desire for wealth and status trumped any sense of respect or fear, driving him to confront the dwarf king in such a way and demand recognition, exposing his true character in the face of the forest's ancient and mysterious powers. The dwarf king, curious and perplexed, asks, "What brought you here?" Kwa Atta claimed in a demanding voice that he is a hunter who has lost his way in this forest, just like his friend Dapaah. His words were full of arrogance and deception as he attempted to manipulate the situation to his advantage. The dwarf's king in charge demanded Kwa Atta should state his heart desire. "Tell me what you seek and I shall grant it." "You know what I wanted," said Kwa Atta. He handed the king a large sack, saying, "Fill this sack with gold as you did for Dapaah, and remember that I am older than him, so I deserve more." The dwarf king raised his hand and chanted, causing the sack to expand before passing it to Kwa Atta. But he was warned not to open the sack until the next morning, or he would not get what he wanted. "Do not worry, I am not a child, I can handle this," said Kwa Atta. Kwa Atta brushed off the warning, confident in his ability to manage. As Kwa Atta on his way home, greed overtook him. "This sack must be full of gold," he reasoned. "Why should I take all of this treasure home now? I will just open it, hide some of it in the bush, and take a small portion home so that when I need money, I can simply come here and take what I need." Now I'm certainly wealthier than Dapaah, he gloated internally, his laughter echoing through the trees. We no longer equals, I have surpassed him. However, when Kwa Atta opened the sack, he was met with unexpected darkness, so dark that his eyes could not see through it. He put his hand into the sack, believing the gold was hidden within, hoping to grab a handful of gold, but his fingers closed on nothing but chilling emptiness. When he tried to remove the sack, his hand became stuck inside, sending shivers down his spine. The more he struggled, the more he felt like he was a prisoner to his own avarice, in a situation that had transformed from eagerly anticipated wealth into a terrifying struggle for freedom. Kwa Atta tried several times to remove his hand from the sack but couldn't. Running back to the village, Kwa Atta cried out for assistance. When he arrived in the village, his shout of help me please, drew a large crowd who attempted to free his hand but were unsuccessful. The villagers make a last-ditch effort to cut through the sack in an attempt to free Kwa Atta, but are unsuccessful because the dwarf's magic makes it unbreakable. Kwa Atta was taken to the chief's palace, where he told his story. The villagers accused him of greed, and Kwa Atta begged the chief to cut off his hand so he could be free. The chief agreed, and Kwa Atta's hand was severed, freeing him from the cursed sack. Moral of the story. This tale serves as a reminder that greed and arrogance can lead to one's downfall. Kwa Atta's refusal to heed warnings and his desire for more than his share resulted in a painful lesson. In contrast, Dapaah's humility and respect earned him a reward. Let us remember to be content with what we have and to approach situations with humility and respect.